welcome to a video. It's not the normal sort of video for this channel. It's not about the typical sort of stuff, and it's not going to go out at the usual time. It's a video about me and how I feel. You could probably gather from that I'm not feeling too happy about some stuff. So I've come out for this fabulous hike on this beautiful snowy day, but with blue skies in North Yorkshire. And I've come to this little shelter over here, which is a place that I have been known to run off to when I'm not feeling too great. Join me. And the thing that I'm thinking about today is, are people getting worse? It's not the video that I'd intended to make today. I had planned to get up early, head off over to the Lake District and do Striding Edge in these perfect winter hiking, scrambling conditions. But late last night, I spotted an email on my phone from a customer. Effectively, it was a complaint. It ruined my night, and I just had to write the response this morning before I did anything else. And if you've ever had to deal with a complaint before, you'll know that you inevitably end up having to rewrite it several times over until you reach an acceptable form. I'm going to camp down in this shelter here and have a nice flask of tea and a bite to eat and think this whole thing over. It's a nice little sunny corner over here. It seems to me that in recent years, people's behaviour on the whole has got worse. Nitpicking, criticising, complaining, demanding, entitlement. And I am absolutely sick to death with it all. It feels to me as though everybody, apart from you lot, my YouTube friends, is having a go at me. In fact, one of you have actually commented on one of my recent videos that I looked like I'd had some sort of accident, suffered from an injury. The reality is, I am just exhausted with people. There are a lot of YouTubers at the moment doing these sort of why I'm quitting YouTube videos, aren't there? Most notably, recently, Tom Scott. Quitting YouTube's the last thing I'm going to do at the moment. This is what's keeping me sane. The complaint related to GDPR, data protection, that old chestnut. And apparently we'd breached it by sending this customer an email in relation to a transaction that he or she had willingly engaged with. I thought we were supposed to be having a bonfire of the bureaucracies anyway. Let's have a bit of fun. See if you can guess the age bracket of this entitled customer. Was he or she 20 to 40, or 40 to 60, or 60 and above? Anyhow, he has, or she has ruined my plans for today, so I hope he's or she's really happy. You know, it seems like these people have possibly got a little bit too much spare time on their hands, and possibly a little bit too much money. Are people getting worse, more entitled? I don't know. I suppose if we were to hypothetically say that this customer was from that sort of above 60 age range, I do appreciate that many of them find the sort of digital world in which we live a confusing and possibly sort of frightening place. But going around just accusing people of things all the time, it really is quite tiresome, isn't it? I mean, that customer would have absolutely no issue with writing out a piece of paper called a cheque with their bank account number, their sort code and their name on it, and putting it in an envelope and sending it through the ever so reliable British Postal Service, would he or she? What do you reckon then? Are people getting worse? Is there a growing sense of entitlement and an increasing inclination to complain about everything? Let me know in the comments down below what you think. And I apologise if this has been a moany video. Hopefully the scenery has made up for it. I like it in my little snowy shelter here today, away from people. It's just what the doctor ordered. Some people say it's the pandemic, don't they, that sort of brought about this change in behaviour, that it was that period of being sort of incarcerated that's made everybody so sort of angry and inclined to demand things. I don't know. If this customer of mine were to be, hypothetically, let's say, in that category of the over 60s, then we have a classification for them nowadays, don't we? We call them baby boomers. The idea being that this surge in the population after the Second World War, these people that grew up with all the benefits of 3 university education, health service, the lot, and then pulled the ladder up behind them. That's the accusation. I'm staying neutral on the subject. I mean, my customer could have been a millennial. That's another classification that we have nowadays, isn't it? And I think that applies to people that were born from 2000 onwards, which would sort of make sense. I don't know what classification I fall into. I was born in 1968, and I believe the sort of final cut-off for baby boomer classification was 1965. I've got no idea how I'm classified. I'm going to shoot the outro against the sun like this so you can't see my awkwardness at the ending. Please like and subscribe. There'll be a normal video at the normal time as normal. Thanks for watching. I wonder if I'm having a nervous breakdown. Me. That's better.